Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Now at 8 o'clock, it's been 3 years and still no answers in a Central Kentucky murder. WKYT speaks with the victim's daughter.
Plus, protesters flooded part of downtown Lexington and Louisville in response to grand jury decisions not to indict 2 police officers in St. Louis and New York.
And a Laurel County family says goodbye to a 6-month-old girl who died in a wreck. These stories and more, plus breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT this morning. Well, good morning. It's December 7th. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Whitney Wetzel. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday. A much more pleasant day than what the past few wet days have been like.
Yeah, a little bit of sunshine. I'm absolutely ready for that. I'll take that over the rain any day.
Well, let's go to Mike Linden. He's in the First Alert Weather Center. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Sean and Whitney. We will see some sunshine out there today, but it's all a trade-off with the lack of that moist air. We're not going to have very many clouds, but it's going to be a lot cooler as a result. So again, here on Live First Alert Defender, not seeing any rain as a result of drier, cooler air settling into the bluegrass. But of course, here are the effects that we are feeling this morning. Temperatures that are below freezing in a few spots, like in Fayette County, 31 degrees. Franklin County, pretty close to that too, at 32. Rowan County, Mount Sterling, and Danville, all there right around 34 degrees as well. Coming up in about 10 minutes, though, I'll talk more about what we can expect throughout your Sunday here, as well as some changes as early as tomorrow that could remind you that we are fast approaching the winter season. That's all in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Mike. Police say a busy Lexington road is partially shut down this morning after a car crashed into a utility pole about 2 hours ago.
Police are out at the scene at 6th Street and North Broadway now with that investigation. WKYT's Mark Barber is live there this morning. Mark, what can you tell us?
Good morning, Sean and Whitney. Well, when that car crashed into that utility pole about 2 hours ago, police say it snapped that pole, causing the power lights here to drop about 6 feet. Well, in the past 10 minutes, utility crews were able to lift those lights back up, and the police who are directing traffic here at the intersection of Broadway and 6th Street have been able to move on. Now, police say that the driver of the car that slammed into that pole, they say that he is facing charges after they found an open container in that car. Now, police say they also found blood inside that car, so they've been searching for 1 or 2 people who they think took off after the crash. Police say they searched the area of West 6th Street for them, but I'm told no one has been found. Now, as for the cleanup effort that still needs to take place out here, while they have fixed the traffic lights, utility workers say it could take up to 6 hours to finish repairing the pole that was snapped. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. She says it's been sad and frustrating. The daughter of a Montgomery County murder victim says she's losing faith that her father's case will ever be solved.
It's been nearly 3 years since Janet Blankenship's father was found dead in his home. Investigators say Paul Brewer was shot and killed in his Mount Sterling home in December 2011. But as year after year has passed, Blankenship says she finds herself losing faith in the investigation.
I don't want it to just be another cold case. I don't want it to just be something else that goes unsolved. He deserved more than that.
The Montgomery County Sheriff says it's been a year since they got any new leads. WKYT's Garrett Weimer will have a full report on the investigation at 8:30.
Protesters marched in the streets of downtown Lexington last night to participate in a movement called Hands Up Kentucky. This comes following grand jury decisions not to indict 2 police officers following the deaths of Michael Brown and Eric Garner in St. Louis and New York. Protesters there say they just want their message heard.
It's hard being black, and it needs to be known. It's been a secret for way too long, and our people are hurting, and this is why we're out here. I need a better place for my seed, my son, whenever I'm old and I leave this place.
Participants say more than 150 people protested. And over in Louisville, an unexpected silent protest put a damper on Christmas spirits at an annual holiday event. Between 75 and 100 protesters filed into the packed Middletown Community Center to express their outrage. After the program ended, parents heckled protesters outside. Those protesters then blocked off a busy intersection before police made them leave. Many at the service say the protests were out of place.
I don't think this is the place or the time or place for a protest, no matter how peaceful. This is a family gathering for something that's sacred to a lot of people.
Police did not make any arrests there.
A Louisville teen gunned down last week was laid to rest yesterday. Metro police say 16-year-old Siobhan Ross was shot in downtown Louisville late last Saturday. A second victim in that shooting was found nearby. He survived. Earlier this week, a 16-year-old turned him in to police in connection to that crime. He's being charged with murder and attempted murder. Ross's family say they just want to remember her life. A Laurel County family will say goodbye to their baby girl after she died in a wreck. Yesterday, friends and family gathered for Ivy Worstel's visitation. Investigators say the 6-month-old died in a crash on Parker Road in Laurel County earlier this week. Deputies say Ivy's grandmother dropped off the shoulder of the road, hit a ditch, flipped, then hit a utility pole. Investigators say she was under the influence at the time and didn't properly restrain Ivy. Ivy's funeral is set for today.
Lexington police are still trying to track down 2 people who robbed a food truck. It happened around 11:30 Friday night on Colesbury Circle, just off New Circle Road. The employee told police that 2 men dressed in all black with handguns walked up to the truck. We're told they demanded cash and then took off toward Grant Drive. Police tried to track the suspects with a canine unit, but lost them around Hollow Creek Road. So far, they've not made any arrests in that case.
New this morning, Lexington police are investigating an armed robbery overnight. It happened just before 4 o'clock at the Richmond Road Walmart. Police say a man approached a woman and asked for a ride. After she said no, police say he pulled out a gun and demanded money. Investigators described the suspect. They say they only have a vague description of that suspect. They've not made any arrests in that case.
Lexington rescue crews had to help a man who hydroplaned off the road and into a ditch filled with water. Take a look at this. It happened on Liberty Road just before noon yesterday. When crews arrived, they found that man actually sitting on top of his flooded car. Emergency responders tossed him a rescue rope and pulled him to dry land. That man was not injured. Fire crews are warning drivers, though, to use caution when on wet roads.
The whole thing is just to slow down. It's very easy to hydroplane. The oils and stuff on the surface during the hot weather is still on the streets, and with the water it makes it slick.
Police say there were 2 other wrecks Saturday where drivers hydroplaned, but no one was hurt.
A man is in jail after police say he crashed into a Lexington building Saturday morning. Around 3:30 a.m., firefighters say the driver slammed into the home health supply store on South Broadway. Police have not released the driver's name. The property manager tells us crews checked the building for stability issues and didn't find any problems, but we're told the damage will cost thousands of dollars to clean up. The weeks-long search for a man accused in several robberies is over. Police arrested Jonathan Weddington on robbery and kidnapping charges in Floyd County. Police say Weddington and Tanner Spears broke into Orville and Hazel Adams' home, duct-taped the couple, and threatened them with a gun. Weddington and Spears were indicted last month on those charges. Police say Weddington is also a person of interest in some robberies in Pike County.
Well, they were supposed to be helping children, but instead investigators say a father and son stole thousands of dollars from a group involved with Toys for Tots. Investigators accuse 51-year-old Rusty Gaines and his 30-year-old son Josh Gaines of stealing more than $40,000 from the State Marine Corps League in Franklin and Anderson counties. Since then, members of the Marine Corps detachment have been asking the community to help make up for the loss. So far, they've raised more than $3,000 and collected more than 19 bags of toys. Their mission is to make sure everyone has a home. The Lexington branch of Habitat for Humanity held its bids for Builds Online auction to raise money to build homes yesterday. All of the proceeds from the 150 donated items go directly toward future home builds and other community projects. Winning bidders picked up their prizes. This year, the auction raised a record-breaking $15,000. Nice to see that a lot more people are starting to get involved with that over the years.
Yeah, a lot of money for a good cause there, and they're doing their 400th dedication today. That's a whole lot of houses.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, it is 8:09 and WKYT This Morning is just getting started. After the break, protests against the Michael Brown and Eric Garner decisions turned violent in California. We'll have a look at that story, plus what's making headlines around the world, coming up.
And a car that survived the Pearl Harbor attack 73 years ago today is going up for auction. That story straight ahead.
And what a difference a day makes. We can actually see downtown Lexington this morning on the live sky camera, and more changes are on the way. I'll show you what I'm tracking coming up.